All right, it's crunch time here on The Jump. LeBron James out with a sore groin versus the Warriors. This is just the third game he's missed all season. LeBron coming off a season-high 40-point effort on Tuesday. So I don't know if he was feeling it a little bit during the play on the floor. I don't know if it was the red vines and maybe he pulled something going to eat the red vine. I don't know. Or if it's just that maybe they looked at the Warriors game and thought, if you're going to get him a rest game, this could be one. What do you think?
I mean, just think about what you said, though. He's only missed 3 games on the season. Yes. At this age and has that many minutes logged, this is important to this guy that he ends up making an impact on his team and putting them in the best situation.
Did he hurt his groin on that dunk on Josh Hart?
Oh.
Poor Josh Hart.
I can't, you know.
Josh, you're not the only one on the poster, buddy. He got a lot of bodies.
I thought they were going to need to go retrieve Josh Hart from Las Vegas. He got blown all the way over into Nevada after that one. Jazz fans apparently not over it. Gordon Hayward left in 2017,
I love
people. This was his second game back in Salt Lake City. Remember, he was injured, all of that. He had that terrible injury. You would think maybe that would be something. Nope.
I love it.
Mercilessly on every touch. Fans even booed Enes Kanter, who was traded away 5 years ago.
Enes loves that.
Right?
Yeah.
Does Utah have the saltiest fans in the league, guys?
I can't even rank them anymore. Everyone seems to be salty, but Kanter at least deserves it because he talked trash on the way out.
Right.
Gordon Hayward, at least he was nice about it.
Enes loves that attention. He give it to him. He can take it. I mean, think about that. That's some serious fans there. If they're going to hold a grudge for that long.
I just want to shout out our producers for getting salty in a question about a team that plays in. There you go. 4 years ago today, Mike Breen, take it away.
They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry with 0.6 of a second remaining.
I mean, do you remember where you were when Steph hit the shot?
Not only do I remember, but in the weeks leading up to that, they were talking about Steph in practice routinely takes shots from 40 feet out and hits them with ease. And they asked him, why don't you shoot it in the game? And he said, I don't know how everyone would react. It might blow everyone's mind. So when he pulled up there, I was like, oh my God, he's about to do it. He has plenty of time. Like, he's doing it on purpose. And he hit that shot, and that's when a new era in the NBA was ushered, where shooting threes doesn't mean at the three-point line.
The nerve of him.
Right.
I mean, can you believe this guy steps over half court and let it go? But I'm telling you, guys like that, that's going to change the rule. We're going to need a 4-point line at some point.
Well, that's funny. So I knew this highlight was coming up, and in my head, I had extended him like right at the half-court line or something, and I watched it, and I was like, oh, he's actually more in front of it than I thought, but it's because that has become normalized.
Exactly.
What he just did.
Exactly.
Damian Lillard tosses those off.
Trae Young,
all these guys. I had to remember, as you said, it wasn't a thing people did. It was the kind of thing where coaches would scream, bad shot, bad shot, bad shot. Good shot.
Great shot.
You can't go under on the screen anymore.
No.
Right? You got to fight over on everyone.
No such thing as under.
It just speaks to watching the highlights speaks to me about how much things have changed.
In 4 years.
Become normal.
Last night, one of the top point guards of the future made sure to compliment an elite point guard of the present. Ja Morant told our Tim McMahon about Russell Westbrook before the Grizzlies played the Rockets, quote, I still feel like he is highly disrespected. People take his play for granted. I mean, he averaged a triple-double for the last 3 or 4 years. I just love he still goes out, plays, handles his business, doesn't worry about it. Westbrook was asked about what Ja said after the game, which means it's time for some Straight Talk soundbites. Here is Russ.
I don't really care what nobody else thinks about my game. I appreciate guys like him and other guys, but as long as I'm okay and satisfied with what I do and bring to the table, I'm going to keep busting everybody, and then we'll figure it out after that.
All right, so, I mean, is Ja right about Westbrook?
Highly disrespected.
What do you think, Coach?
I think we take it for granted. I think we take for granted that we got a guy who year in and year out is doing historic stuff. You know, to get that many triple doubles, he has 8 this year. I think we've gotten spoiled and gotten used to it. And we just lost Kobe. Obviously not too long ago. And if there's any other player that I see that plays with that type of just all-in 48-minute effort, that's always leaving it on the court, it's a Russell Westbrook. And I do think that sometimes we get a little spoiled.
A little spoiled. Highly disrespected, though. Highly?
I mean, he won an MVP, right? So that is one little thing. It's the media who votes for MVP. So if he was highly disrespected by the media, he probably would not have won MVP. But I will say that I think that sometimes we don't appreciate all the different things he brings to a team. And that sometimes some of the things that are glaring faults, like, hey, there was a long stretch of time he was taking too many three-point shots, that becomes the only narrative about him. When he does so many other things so well, he is a freight train going to the basket. And the athleticism he has maintained even after surgeries, I think, is very impressive.
Amazing.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.